Everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this Netflix review. The fact that you willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to consume my content really does mean the world to me. Guys, I review everything that gets released on Netflix, and I want to become your go-to Netflix guy. So subscribe to my channel if you're ever curious about whether a new show, series, or movie is good, bad, or completely average. And today we're going to be discussing Season 2 of Who Killed Sara. So I did review Season 1. You can click on the notification up above to find out my thoughts on Season 1. But how does Season 2 hold up? What's it about? Let's discuss that right now. So Season 2 of Who Killed Sara is actually just a continuation of the story that was introduced to us in Season 1. Except now the mystery is getting a lot more juicier, a lot more dramatic, and there is a lot more moving parts in the story. We really get to dive deeper into these characters, their motivations, their fears, what drives them forward. One of the things I really enjoyed about Season 1 was how dynamic the characters were. The characters are fleshed out exponentially in Season 2. So, straight up, if you enjoyed the characters of Season 1, you're going to love them in Season 2 because they are explored in a much greater, much deeper depth. Season 2, of course, also carries many of the same themes as Season 1, the biggest one being family. Who can you trust if not your family? This series really tackles that topic head on. Ultimately, it asks you this question: do you know your family? Do you know what they get up to when you're not around? Do you actually understand their motivations? Do you understand their drive? And do you believe they're being 100% honest with you? Because within this series, it becomes a common thread that you believe you understand and you know specific members of your family, and the truth is you don't. And so that was a very interesting dynamic. All of the motivations from Season 1 stemmed off of the idea of who killed Sara. Sara was so great, she was awesome, she was so pure, she was so innocent, and that's been turned upside down. And I loved what they've done with her character. So I'm going to say how they dealt with Sara in Season 2 was absolutely masterful. We got glimpses of how screwed up Sara was in Season 1. But in Season 2, we are exposed to a whole new version that was completely hidden from us in Season 1. Season 2, we see Sara as this evil, manipulating, schizophrenic girl. And that was incredibly interesting. It's a complete 180 to how we were introduced to her as a character in Season 1. We felt sympathy for her when she died at Season 1. But now in Season 2, we're thinking, she was kind of a jerk. And so with the shift in her character and with the shift in her motivations, it actually impacts the rest of the story in such a dramatic way. And you can go back and watch Season 1, and it's just like, there's a lot more that makes sense now. Then finally, probably my favorite improvement about Season 2 is Álex. If you remember watching my original review, I basically speak about how Álex gets his ass kicked in the opening episode of the season. And you're pretty much sitting there going, how am I supposed to believe that this guy can take on this evil family when he gets his ass kicked in Episode 1? Well, in Season 2, he's a lot more competent and independent. He is actually someone that you'd go, okay. He's not quite on the Punisher's level, but I wouldn't want to mess with him. And so that was also exciting. I liked that we had this revenge story going, but I feel like I can actually expect Álex to stand up for himself and to get vengeance on his family. So guys, who would I recommend Season 2 to? Of course the answer is I'm going to recommend this to fans of Season 1. Guys, everything you enjoyed about Season 1 of Who Killed Sara is present here in Season 2, and it's actually expanded upon. Very often when we get sequel series like Season 2 and etc., sometimes it can fall flat. And I was really worried that would happen with this series, but I'm very happy to announce this series actually upholds everything that was established in Season 1 and maybe also elevates it with the release of Season 2. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you again in another review.